The snow had fallen soft and silent that night in Sun Peaks. Flakes drifted in the glow of porch lights, settling on rooftops and trees like the breath of something ancient and watching. It was February 17th, 2018, and the village was alive with the buzz of 1,000 weekenders. Laughter spilled from lodges and bars, skis clattered against racks, and music thumped from rental homes tucked beneath the pine-covered hills. Ryan Stuka was 20 years old, tall, athletic, and quick with a grin. He'd grown up in Beaumont, Alberta, a quiet suburb where kids grew up safe and known. He had come to Sun Peaks to chase a kind of freedom, the kind that comes with seasonal jobs, shared houses with strangers, and late nights with friends from everywhere and nowhere. He worked in a cafe, snowboarded on his days off, and texted his mom, Heather, every day. She always told him to be careful. He always promised he would. That night, Ryan had gone to a house party just down the road from where he lived. It wasn't wild, not really. Just a gathering of ski bums and locals, drinks, stories, a bit of music. Around 2:10 a.m., he left. A 5-minute walk. One street. A neighborhood he knew. But Ryan Stuka never made it home. The morning after, the house was quiet. His roommates figured he'd slept elsewhere, couch-crashed with friends, maybe gone up the mountain early. But as the hours passed, texts went unanswered. Calls rang through. Ryan's bed hadn't been slept in. His wallet, snowboard, and keys were untouched. It didn't take long before the search began. By evening, Heather and Scott Stuka were already on the road from Alberta, their hearts in their throats. Heather had known something was wrong the moment Ryan didn't respond. Mothers know. Something in her chest had clenched and wouldn't let go. The RCMP began combing the area, starting with the last place Ryan was seen, Burfield Drive. It was a quiet stretch, lined with chalets and snowbanks, the kind of place where nothing ever seemed urgent. But now urgency clung to every snowdrift. Volunteers came in droves, locals, friends, tourists, even strangers who'd heard the story and felt compelled to help. They checked snowbanks, crawl spaces, wooded areas, rooftops. Dogs were brought in. Drones flew overhead. The terrain was unforgiving. Deep snow, uneven ground, dense forest. But Ryan had vanished without a trace. As days turned into weeks, theories began to swirl, like the snow still falling gently over the mountain. The RCMP maintained there was no evidence of foul play. No sign of struggle, no blood, no witnesses who heard or saw anything unusual. Had Ryan wandered off, disoriented, fallen into a snowbank, buried from sight, or had something more sinister happened on that short walk home? People speculated. Some whispered of a stranger passing through town. Others wondered if Ryan had met with an accident that no one had witnessed. There were no cameras on Burfield Drive. No one saw him after he left the party. It was like he had stepped into the dark and simply ceased to exist. For the Stukas, there was no room for giving up. Heather stayed in Sun Peaks for months, organizing searches, speaking to the media, putting up posters. She walked the same roads every day, retraced her son's steps, talked to everyone. She wouldn't let Ryan become just a face on a missing poster. Time did what it always does. It moved on. The ski season ended. Tourists left. The snow melted. But Ryan did not come home. The search scaled back but never stopped. The Stuka family kept coming back year after year, marking anniversaries with renewed calls for information, pleas for closure. Sun Peaks remained quiet. No new evidence surfaced, no clothing was found, no trace of Ryan ever emerged. Still, Heather walked those roads, still believing. "I will not let my son be forgotten," she said once in an interview. "I will not let his story end like this." More than 5 years later, Ryan Stuka's disappearance remains one of Canada's most haunting modern mysteries. No witnesses, no answers. Just a short walk on a snowy night and a void where a vibrant young man used to be. But in the quiet stillness of Sun Peaks, his name still echoes. In the trees, in the snow, in the hearts of those who still search. And maybe, just maybe, somewhere out there, the truth still waits to be found. This story is a narrative retelling of the real events surrounding the disappearance of Ryan Stuka, based on publicly available details. It is written with the deepest respect for Ryan, his family, and all those involved in the search for answers. If you or anyone you know has information, please contact the proper authorities.